Vukovic pulls it down and sends it across the field. It'll be an easy goal. Right on the doorstep, he's got Jimmy Tull, but he throws up a push pass, and it's pulled down. Carl Johnson pulls it down.
Thomas, big huck. Walsh is contesting that, gets the D. Oh, that looked like it was macked, and it's Pittsburgh's going to capitalize right at the end of the quarter.
Incredibly unfortunate if you are a mechanic.
Score!
Mr. O'Brien with the disc. Finds a nice lefty backhand over. Bogilski finds a receiver in the end zone for the score. Hammer goes up on the break side, and they're going to get the goal.
Mast gets it to Shepard, our two players to watch, and Shepard thought he had a man streaking. That would have been Zaccardi, but Zaccardi bails out, but he's got another man in the end zone.
I believe that is number 87.
Carl Johnson. Wow, what a play. Is jostling for position, but it doesn't matter. Mikey O'Brien comes down with it, and he'll get the easy completion to Carl Johnson. So defense, O'Brien's got the disc, sends it in to Carl Johnson, and that's a goal for Pittsburgh.
Going up to pull it down is O'Brien. O'Brien finds Johnson. Vukovic has it, and he sends one across the field, and Carl Johnson is going to go up and pull it down in front of Ryan.
There yet, and I think as we progress throughout the season, we're going to see that chemistry pick up and more success from this Radicals team.
Tweener throw finds Carl Johnson. Place seeding in the Central Division with their win yesterday.
Mast fakes a little dish to him, and that pulls Hall over just a little bit and opens up that space in front of him to the inside for Carl Johnson. Now McSherry and Gaither with a little step-through break to Carl Johnson for the goal.
At the goal line. Little quick hit inside, and that is good. We're tied at 2. Mast on the sideline. McKenzie
nice
going
grab.
for it. Shepard won that one. Now Shepard looking into the end zone. The disc sails. Oh, Johnson lays out and comes up with it. Carl Johnson gets the Thunderbirds back within a goal. Sends that one across, looking across the field, and Carl Johnson comes down with it.
And Carl Johnson going deep, and he sends it up, and Robbie Davenport is not close enough to catch this, and it is on the money to Carl Johnson. Stiffens up and takes advantage of some mistakes, and then a mistake is leaving Carl Johnson open, and that's exactly what David Innes did, and Max Shepard made him pay for it. They're in the no around call. Max Shepard doesn't have a lot of opportunities, but he does have Carl Johnson downfield, and he sends it into the only space that Carl Johnson could catch it. But he's used to being a thrower, and he pops one right off to Carl Johnson. Wow! This one's popped up in the air. Jimmy Tull does what Jimmy Tull does, leaps up, pulls it down. Mast has made a living with, is one of the all-time, whoa! A bid that just doesn't work out for, looks like Dylan Hall, and it finds, once again, Carl Johnson. Of O'Brien was Kenny Fridella, and he takes that lefty and finds, who else? Carl Johnson. Now Max Shepard has it, and he doesn't hesitate for a second. Carl Johnson trying to track this one down. Asher Lance in pursuit, but Johnson beats him to it. Max Shepard, I said last week he's got a remote control on that thing. If I were the referee, I'd pick it up and look for wires and batteries. And Mast finds it, pulls it down, gets it to Tull. Tull shoots it over to Carl Johnson, and Johnson pulls in the score. And then with some vision, Selleck catches it, and Max Shepard, this is the power of Shepard, and you're going to get to see a flagrant here. Jimmy Tull in open space on the break side. He decides to chance one to Carl Johnson, and the throw is perfect. And Repperman with a clutch block. They were trying to get it to Brennan. He was lying in wait. You know he baited that one. Johnson taking off deep. Repperman deep. He's going to put it up to Johnson. Does Johnson have the legs for this one? He does. And the Thunderbirds with a critical hole. Bruner working hard against Selleck, forcing him to turn around, throw it into the end zone. It's a battle between two tall trees, and it's won by Carl Johnson, who pulls down yet another goal in front of Lance, who takes off the uniform.
Now Max Shepard with the disc. Looked like he was going to fire deep. Now he will. He'll send it up deep in towards the end zone. Lots of physical contact for the disc, but Carl Johnson comes down with the score. McSherry firing to the end zone, and they'll beat Charlie First on that play for the score. And I think that was a case of taking some steps to, ooh, there's a lot of contact. Forcing his way through the double team is Jonathan Mast into the end zone for the score.
It's questionable, but their coaching staff said he was 95% ready to go, and Pittsburgh is able to cash in for their second goal of the night. Pittsburgh getting closer, and they are able to get it across and score again. So that patience, Kelsey, for the Pittsburgh Thunderbirds really pays off. Over to the right side, Toll might have an opening, and he does. He's able to find his man in the back corner of the end zone, Carl Johnson. In for Della. Shepard going back, he's got a man, that might be Johnson, it is. And Carl Johnson continues to have an impressive evening and a fantastic season with Pittsburgh. He's now at 39 goals, and that is his 4th of the night as we wind down here in the third quarter. And Kemp right on him, rotates it to Furdella. More than a minute's come off the clock here. Throw towards the end zone. Joey Carey tries to get over there but cannot. And yet again, it is Carl Johnson coming down with the disc, trying to keep Pittsburgh's season alive. He is not going quietly.
Max Shepard hard along the right sideline, sends out a deep flick. Really nicely done. Oh, and he zips it in. That looked like a score, but the ref's not calling it in. But there's a goal for Carl Johnson, number 41 on the season. Shins off the fake. And Mast with the easy send. Carl Johnson with number 42. Or can the ATC goes way up above everybody, and Carl Johnson is about to get his 43rd. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, on the flick from Anson Repperman to Repperman in the middle, who sends it deep. Johnson going for number 44, and it's an easy get. He's got an alley cat behind him, but not nearly close enough. Quick score and a break point. Thunderbirds have shown that is easily doable, and Anson Repperman, deep reception. And there's Johnson with number 45. Number 45 on the season.